We can create characters for our game using the Scratch interface. So when you go and create a sprite here, you'll use the paint feature. You can have an outline on the objects you make, and you can change the thickness and all that sort of stuff. It does work. It's not the best, but it works. There's another way you can work on things and to create objects using Photoshop, and I'm showing you that now. So if you have Photoshop and you open up Photoshop, go to the Essentials interface. It looks like this. You can shut that little Learn one down. Go File, New, Command N, and you can make a custom sized canvas. So we're going to make it low res, only 80 or so by 40 pixels. So when you open this up, you might see choices here, and you might arrive at any of these. Print, for example, A4. What you can do is change that to pixels, and you can just make it 80 by 40. And then go create. Now you'll need to zoom in, Command plus. Now you'll see that we've got lots of pixels, and if you open up the brush tool and change it so it's a pencil, and then you might be painting with black initially, you'll see you can just draw. One thing you can do is delete that white background though. Just unlock that background, and before you delete it, you'll have to make a new layer. So delete that white layer, and now you've got a layer that's transparent. So when you make a character, you'll only see the character when you bring it into Scratch. Another way you can bring content into your scene is by finding an image online and bringing it in here and scaling it down. So I'll show you that. So if you do a Google search, so you could just copy that image. It doesn't have to be very high res at all. Go back to Photoshop and Command V to paste. So you'll see if you go Command minus and zoom out, well, you can see this image is way too big. It's for our small low res pixel image. So Command T is the way you scale things down, and you grab a corner and just keep scaling it down so it fits in our 80 by 40 template. And then you'll notice that the way the pixels are allocated, that changes as you move along. Hit return or enter, and then you can get rid of this little white area. We don't want that. So we'll go back to this Smart Selection tool, and this magic wand has a few details, buttons, and elements that you can change tolerance. If you've got contiguous ticked, it will only select the area that's adjoining. So you can hit delete and then Command D to deselect. So now, after you clean that up a little bit, you might want to do some cleanup work. Once you finish that, you'll want to save it as a PNG file. So we'll change that name to alien, and we'll change that file type to a PNG and save it somewhere local. And so there you go. It'll ask a few questions, just okay that. Now we've got in our download folder an alien PNG that we can bring in. Here is the place you upload your thing that you made. Select the file and open it, and then it brings that character in. If you go to the costume setting, you can see the character. I've missed a little line at the bottom that needs deleting. Just make sure that character is sitting right in the middle of this costume design area.